The moment a boy turns into a man is the moment that he stops caring what other people think about him, and he starts living his life on his own terms. Gents, the reality is, people are always going to think of you however they want to think of you. If you go left, they'll say you should have gone right. And this will happen over and over and over in your life. There will always be people that will talk from the sidelines about you and your decisions and the things that you should and shouldn't have done, or the things that you are doing that you shouldn't be doing, or the things that you're not doing that you could be doing. You must not allow these people to yield power over your decision making. You must not allow these people to influence the direction that you are taking in your life. Because ultimately, the only person who knows what's truly best for you is you. And what I mean by that is, look, if you have something that deep within you, you really want to start doing, deep within you, you really want to try, then you are the only person who knows what is right. You are the only person who should have the deciding vote on your future. But too many guys find themselves in this difficult situation whereby they are constantly having their dreams destroyed by people around them, within their inner circle, or even just, distant friends and acquaintances. A lot of guys are being talked out of their dreams. A lot of guys are being scared out of taking bold action because they don't want to be judged, because they don't want other people to perceive them in a bad light, or indeed be seen to fail. Or following that, be seen to be climbing to the top. This is a big issue that men are facing right now. With social media being the way that it is, a lot of guys have a vast amount of access to other people's lives. And they can see the success, they can see the money, they can almost smell it. The guys on the yachts in Dubai, the guys with the supercars, the guys with the mansions, the guys with the beautiful girls. And they see this, and it almost scares them into not taking action, because they don't want to be the guy who is deemed as cringy for trying to build something of his own. They don't want to be seen as the guy who is climbing and scaling. They want the results, they want the nice life, they want all the wins, but they don't want to bite the bullet and be seen as a guy who's hustling, as a guy who's working his way up. Because of this fear, this underlying fear of being seen as a climber, being seen, even worse, as a failure. And this has to stop. There's a few reasons why, but one of the main reasons is that what you see online is the absolute best reality of somebody's life. Nobody posts their worst day on Instagram. Nobody posts the sad realities of their life online. They don't talk about it because they don't want it public. But what they will post are all the wins. They will post all the money. They will post the nice holidays. They will post the spectacular occasions. So in a sense, what you are seeing is somebody's absolute best life. Now, those things may well have happened, but that is not a complete picture. That is not a full reality of somebody's life. You don't know who paid for the holiday that they went on. You don't know who owns the car that they're sat in. You don't know who owns the yacht that they're on the party of. Yet you are comparing yourself to this person and using them as a measuring stick to estimate your own self-worth. And that's a mistake. It's a big mistake, because it's going to hold you back and it's going to paralyze you. It's going to stop you from taking action. It's going to make you feel worthless. It's going to make you feel like trying is futile, like going for your goals is a pointless exercise, and it's absolutely not. Instead, you have to Really try and understand what it is that you want from life, what it is that you want to do, preferably the impact that you want to have. You know, whether it's your own business, whether you want to climb within a certain profession or organization, whatever it is, you need to see what you want to do. And you got to ask yourself, what are the practical realities of doing that? And once you've figured it out, as simple as it sounds, as, you know, oversimplified maybe as it sounds, you just have to take those first steps, and you've got to relinquish all of those concerns about what people think about you. Because ultimately, yes, they may be saying certain things now, and maybe they're discouraging you from taking a risk. Maybe they're telling you that what you're doing is stupid, that it's never going to work. But ultimately, all of that will change at some point down the line if whatever you are doing does work. They will become a fan. They will become an enjoyer of your work. They will turn from a hater into somebody who respects you and appreciates you. And what they may even do is start to bullshit themselves and other people and tell themselves and other people how they supported you along the way. There's gonna be a time where people don't support you. There's gonna be a time where people are critiquing you and trying to discourage you from doing anything different. But you gotta tough it out. You know, people don't like somebody who goes against the crowd. People don't like somebody who is more ambitious than everybody else in the circle. You know, a lot of people think it is a slight on them. They feel like somebody who is trying to have a spectacular life or have a different life, a life that is different to his friends and family, is somehow putting across the message that he doesn't like their life and he thinks that they could be doing more. But in actuality, that is just a projection of their own insecurities, because they deep down are wanting to do the very thing that this person is doing. Ultimately, if you go and do what you think you are capable of, everyone who doubts you now one day will become a supporter. Maybe not everybody is going to do it publicly, but privately you will be respected. That is almost guaranteed. Even though people may not be happy to admit it on a public scale, there is always an element where when people are proven wrong and somebody they underestimated goes on to do something great, that they must silently respect their work and what they have achieved. It's just human nature. So that's the one element. It's only cringe, you're only stupid, it's only a bad idea until you win, and then everybody's going to talk about how great you are. And another element is, look, people don't like when other people are trying to do something different. When you have a bunch of crabs in a bucket, for example, and one crab tries to go to the top of the bucket, the crabs at the bottom will nip that crab back down. And people will try and do that to you. Now, just because your leg is being pulled and people are trying to stop you, that isn't a sign that you should give up. That isn't a sign that you should relinquish all efforts to keep going. That is actually a sign that you're going in the right direction. It's only a matter of time before you break free. And then they're going to be asking for your help to get out of the bucket themselves. You got to keep going, and you got to stop worrying about what people think of you. They'll hate you until they love you. They'll dislike you until they respect you. Allow your work to do the talking, and get rid of your fear. We're all going to be dead in 100 years anyway. Why not go out by seeing how much you are capable of, by seeing how far you can go, and how much impact you can have. Anyway guys, if you took some value from this video, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel for much more from me, and comment your thoughts down below. As always, guys, thank you for your time and your attention, and I'll see you in the next one.